Welcome back to the halftime show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the Bells from the Grayson County Band as we get ready for their big home show tomorrow. And I wanted to first start, before we get into the home show, is just band in general. And Aaron, let's start with, I think most people know that they see the football team out practicing, and they know that they practice throughout the week to get ready for their game. You all do the same exact thing where you're practicing getting ready for your games that are on Saturdays for competitions. What is a typical practice week like?
We practice, I try to limit it to about 8 hours on school nights. And then on weekends, we get a lot more time in on the weekends. But, we do a lot of dividing up sections and subsections to isolate things that each individual needs. And then we try to have some ensemble time together to put everything together. Towards the end of the week, Thursdays, Fridays, that's when we typically use time for ensemble time.
I know this year's show, I've gotten to hear, and I like it because when we're setting up on Fridays for our broadcast, we hear you all practicing. So I get little bits stuck in my head that because you all are practicing different parts of it. What is this year's show, and what is the theme, Ashley?
It's called Luna Rosa, which in English, of course, is red moon. So the show kind of starts with what we would all consider a regular moon, silvery whites, very bright. And actually, the show turns kind of dark towards the end. So by the end of the show, everything is on the field is red. The kids even have something on their uniform that'll turn to red. The white moon that our football crowd will see kind of on we call it side one. It's going to turn red at the end. All of our crescent moons on the field turn red. So it's called Luna Rosa, red moon.
This season, I know you all have traveled all over the country, we could even say. You even had into Ohio. Aaron, what have been some of your results from the year so far?
We've had a great year. Of course, it's... the results haven't been the same as past years, but we've gone against harder competition this year. Like you said, we've gone against bands from all over, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee in a couple of weeks, and we're going to see a lot of great bands down there too. So we're not as much results oriented right now. But on October 28th, when we have our semifinals, state semifinals, then obviously we'll be geared towards that. That's our end goal.
Tomorrow, you have your annual home show. Ashley, for someone who is hearing this right now, and they're watching because they're here for the football game, and they don't really know anything about band or anything, can you explain to them what is a home show?
Well, just like the football team preps all year for their football games, these kids all over the country, of course, but in Kentucky are preparing we're going into regional competition weekend. So one weekend before regional competition is this weekend. And so we are hosting a home show where other bands come to our campus to compete. So there's a total of 20 different bands from all over the state of Kentucky coming to our campus. We will host them. They compete here. We have an incredible panel of judges hired for them. And so we're going to host here on our campus tomorrow, 20 bands. We make 21, so 21 total bands will be performing tomorrow.
Now, I know this is a big fundraiser for the band as well, and I think when people hear fundraiser, they want to know, what are you using the money for? So what does some of this money go towards?
Well, it goes directly back to the kids, providing opportunities for them, and specifically towards the show, Luna Rosa. We're still trying to develop new ideas. We're still trying to light up the moon that Miss Bell was talking about. We're providing opportunities. We are in November going to perform at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play, and that's going to have to be an overnight trip. So that's also going to provide housing for our kids for that weekend.
I know one of the cool aspects about the home show is you all have an award that is at most competitions, but you all have it specifically named for a certain person, and it is the Mr. Spirit Award. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, sure. We have somebody in the box up here. We have someone specified, and they basically watch the band's interactions all day long, like from their crowd to the students coming on the field to their staff and how well we all interact and support one another. And then so we give an overall spirit award, which of course is in honor of Mr. McGee, and he comes and presents the trophy, and it's always close to his birthday, so we usually try to work out something special for him too.
It's a really good night, and I know I got to ask, pork chop sandwiches?
Absolutely, as many as you want.
And listen, and that's the thing. If you've never had one of those, it's worth the price of admission to come in and be able to get the opportunity to purchase that. What time does everything start? I don't know which one I'll go to on this. What time does everything start? How do people come? How does it all work? Who wants it?
She probably knows more than I.
I think 1:30 is senior recognition. I hope I'm not wrong. 1:30 senior recognition, followed by the Star Spangled Banner, which has been playing by one of our very own student groups. It's a small quartet. They sound amazing. And then I think the first band takes the field at 2 p.m. Admission is $10 at the gate. 5 and under, I believe, are free. And concessions all around, lots and lots of food, and of course the pork chops. Yes.
It's all you need. Make sure to come out and support the Grayson County High School Band this weekend on Saturday for their annual home show. We'll take a break, come back with more on the halftime show after this, as this is Cougar Football on K105.